keeps increasing, that number, and it cuts your whole life in half. And you know, I know that some countries like Spain had that problem of a rising number of dialysis patients, but because they're enjoying a more successful acceptance in their country with transplant, they've almost cut that number in half. And
lead the world right now. Yeah?
The other thing is, financially, you're saving a lot of money. To keep somebody on dialysis costs 10 times more than the medication costs to keep a person on after he received an organ transplant.
Now, what's the Organ Transplant Association?
The Organ Transplant Association, oh, that's Step by Step. That's our organization. That's what we're called. And I came up with that name. Actually, I did a walk before this one in '97. I walked from Toronto to Ottawa, and this was on in a week's planning, or you know, like just. And when I started my walk on the first day, I was on the highway, and I started trying to see where Ottawa was. It was pretty fun. And you know, I almost got discouraged right there, you know, but I somehow put it in my mind that, you know what, I'm going to make this thing step by step. You know, that's the way I'm going to do it. If I can have it in my mind to do it step by step, I'll do it. You know? And so I've been trying to pursue Whitney Houston to give me the permission to use that song. You know, she's got a song Step by Step. Yeah, Preacher's Wife. That's the album. So I'm constantly trying to make pleas for Whitney to hear me and to, you know, let me use that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you wrap up the walk? When did you arrive in Sudbury?
We arrived in Sudbury August the 3rd.
Still got till September 30th to go.
Yeah. Oh, we're finishing. Yeah, we're finishing in Toronto.
September 30th.
I wanted to show them a map, but we didn't get no literature, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. It's on one of those sheets. They're our future, and I think if they get to know about this now, you know, I think that when they're growing, it'll become a way of life. Like that's what we're all trying to achieve. There's a word that somebody came up with, and I kind of like it: spiritual recycling. I also want to mention a couple other things that are very, very important at this time, and it's one of the things that it's another one of the things that we keep uncovering as we're going along our journey. The latest thing is, while we were in North Bay, we heard of the tragic story of this little girl, 7-year-old girl. She's in the Toronto hospital right now, and she needs a bone marrow, or she's going to pass away in about a month. Now, I got close with the family while I was in North Bay, and while I was there, like I devoted everything for the girl, and I got about 2,000 signatures for possible donors, and I phoned up all the resources I had in Toronto, the Star, the Chinway, you know, like that, to bring this message up. And I brought that message to Sudbury, and I brought it to
Sault Ste.
Marie, and now, you know, I'm bringing it over here. What we're going to do is leave a couple of sheets with Christine at the YMCA office. So possible donors to help this little girl. And what they do is they go on the registry, and there's a lot of
300 children right now
300 children right now in this area well, in Ontario.
need bone marrow
That need
transplant.
bone marrow transplant.
And when were you in North Bay?
I was in North Bay during
Heritage.
29th, July 29th. We were there during the Heritage
Yeah,
Festival.
that's right.
So we had a booth there. So we had a few volunteers, and we made sure that we got as many signatures as we could. We talked to as many people. Now the second thing, this is another important thing. We're also trying to get as many signatures on a petition to sign or to get a bone marrow program out here in this area of Ontario, because a lot of people have to go to Toronto or Ottawa, which is really far, and they have to move. The whole family has to move there to be So we want to get one situated around this area between Sault Ste. Marie and Timmins and Sudbury. And
Like a central register?
yeah, exactly.
And where are you from, George?
I'm from Toronto,
Oh, you
but
are?
yeah, but you see, this isn't the first story I've uncovered with, like we had another little girl just before I got to Kingston that was looking for some organs. Unfortunately, she passed away, but we carried that, all the emotion and all, with us, and it just kind of lit to do it, to, make sure that we finish this watch, and then we were in Ottawa, and we heard of the 11-year-old girl that lost her life, and the family donated her organs, and 7 children are alive today because of that. So, I mean, this has just been a journey of unfold, so many events as we're, and I'm just halfway,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the bottom line here is that it's true. Canadians are unaware about organ transplantation.
Do we even have some sort of registry where you can't be
No.
overturned? Like nothing but your license?
Yeah. So that's another thing that, as a result of what we're doing here, we're hoping to get as much interest from the government as possible, or to possibly get the corporate people to fund one. Then, if we can't get the government to move on that, then we'll get corporate to make one. And that's probably going to be one of my main objects when I walk across Canada.
In
I'm
2000.
walking across Canada in the year 2000. Yeah, so I'm probably going to focus towards raising funds to get a registry.
Okay. How old are you, George?
43.
I think they're gonna want you in there.